Let me get this thing together while I let everybody get in the room. What's going on with y'all, family? We're here. We're live with the late night tap in. It ain't too late, but with the tap in with Tariq. Glad to have you guys tuning in. Waiting on everybody to pop on through. Saying what's up to all the regulars. Nikki the God, Nicety Girl, Re-Ups. A lot of people. War Talks. What's up, Brother Michael Wharton? We are in here. Glad to have everybody tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take calls shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, we will take calls shortly. Just touch on a few things. You guys, if you follow me, and first of all, let me thank everybody for tuning into yesterday's broadcast. People like the show I did last night on YouTube. A lot of people enjoyed it because I hadn't been on in like a week. So people really enjoyed last night's broadcast. If you haven't heard it, it's a good one at Tariq Radio on YouTube. That's my YouTube channel that everybody needs to follow. And y'all need to follow rootworkstyle.com. We got the new Rootwork scents coming in a few weeks. So it's going to be a great holiday gift for the family. So y'all stay tuned for that. But a few things we want to touch on before we get some calls in the building. What's up, Sir Major? I see you, brother. Last night at the Hidden History Museum, some white Hispanic dudes came and they vandalized the building. Again, we've been vandalized there a few times with spray paint and graffiti and all of that. So we've been hit a few times. First time was before we even opened the place. We talked about that. There were a couple of times within the last about 2 months. And last night they did a big graffiti vandalism on our security gate. And these folks are being sent to our spot to do this. The police, they're very aware of it. They know what the folks are doing. We file reports and they just simply don't do anything. You dig? It's the whole benign neglect thing. And this family, this goes back to why we say we got to get some kind of crime bill for us, because this is targeted harassment. This is targeted vandalism. It's not just random gangbangers, because the dudes, they pulled up in a damn Mercedes and did this shit. This wasn't like, well, when my assistant sent me the pictures this morning, I'm like, okay, let me go look at the cameras. Let me go look at the cameras. You know, I'm thinking it might have been just like some essays walking by or something like that. No, these people some white Hispanic dudes pulled up in a damn Mercedes, dude. If y'all look at the video, they pulled up in a damn brand new Mercedes, hopped out, tagged the place up, and then took pictures and drove off. And you know, we got some of the license plate. Where my folks at who are good on that license plate reverse skip tracing? Y'all holler at me, because we've been trying to holler at some investigators, some private investigators, about finding these cats based on their license plates, because police ain't gonna do shit. They're not gonna do nothing. So we're trying to find out who these cats are, and we put their license plates, well, the license plate on my Twitter. But this wasn't just it wasn't no Mexican gangbangers. These folks were sent by somebody, and they made sure they took pictures to show whoever they did this for that the job was complete. So these people are being sent to do this stuff. Now, who do y'all think sent these folks? Who do you guys think are sending these people to come vandalize our spot and just make a big display of vandalizing it? You see? And my thing is, this is clearly us being targeted. They're not targeting anything else around that area. They go specifically, they drive right up to our spot to specifically target that, a Black History Museum. Now, the media is quiet about it. Law enforcement is quiet about it. If you put out a cigarette in front of an Asian museum, it's going to be hate crime, hate crime, hate crime. Joe Biden is going to show up. If you even think about shaking a can of spray paint in front of a damn synagogue somewhere, hate crime, hate crime, hate crime, off the rip. Somebody's going to get hit with a hate crime charge, and the media is going to make a real big display about it. You understand? These other groups, boy, any inch of paint touches their building, hate crime. No questions asked. They done vandalized our building about 3 or 4 times. Silence. You understand? Law enforcement don't do nothing. You dig? The media don't do nothing. And when folks don't do anything, that kind of gives the impression that they might be in on it. Yeah? When people sit up here and allow things to go on and you don't enforce the law, and then you have some other operatives sitting online all day encouraging people to vandalize our building, understand that. You got a lot of people online who actually encourages the vandalism, and they're allowed to do that. You understand? Y'all go look at some of the old Bucci Bear episodes. Do y'all know everything from the Bucci Bear episodes actually came true in real life? Take a real good look at the humor, but look at those old Bucci Bear episodes. Almost everything out of the Bucci Bear episodes actually came true. Really look and read between the lines on that stuff. And look at the characters involved in the satirical series. It's very ironic that a lot of the stuff came to light. Remember, the Bucci Bear cartoon came out before we opened the museum. And what was the Bucci Bear cartoon about? It's about the powers that be using operatives to sabotage the museum. That was what the whole series is about. Because I knew they were going to try that shit. I knew they were going to try to sabotage it. So we got ahead of it. And I knew some of the folks that they were going to use and the techniques and strategies they were going to try to do to sabotage and vandalize our spot. So we got to keep our eyes open. Our eyes are open. Let me talk to Sir Major. Let me get some of the calls in here. You know, that's to be expected. What's up, brother Sir Major?
First of all, I'm sorry that the museum has been vandalized.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
as anyone would expect, or what I would say, we have to do what every community does, and that's to notify the 3-letter alphabet. And you have to continuously report each and every incident, so that way
Right.
our hate crimes can be tracked. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you
Oh,
have to do that. And I know most of us, we don't like calling. They're already watching you, Tariq. You know that. So,
oh yeah.
you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have to worry
Oh,
about
yeah.
your information being in the system. They already got that. The other thing is that,
Oh, yeah.
so yeah, we're all going to be doing our part, and we don't have to broadcast, but we all are going to do our part to make sure that we all get justice for the museum. This is our museum, and we're going to protect it like every other group protect their shit. The other thing I wanted to
Yeah,
talk about is, I don't know if you've seen, Tasha K recently did an interview with Brother Bilal, which is the former assistant to. I'm sorry, okay, I thought my audio
Will
was on.
Smith.
Yeah, the foremost, yeah, to Will Smith. Did you see that? What were your thoughts?
Yeah, that was kind of heavy.
Yeah,
That was kind of heavy. But yeah, but thank you, brother. But yeah, yeah, I don't want to get too much in that. But yeah, and what the dude said, these have been rumors that's been floating around for a long time, so I'm not shocked. My thing is this. My thing is this, and I hate repeating rumors. Um, this guy who was Will Smith's assistant said, he's some Boochie Cat action going on, and I'm kind of, I said, hey, I think it might be something like that going on. That doesn't take away from Will or Jada. I really like Will. I think Will is a phenomenal guy. I think Will is a very talented brother. There's no cap, no cut on Will, nothing. I respect Will and I like what Will does. I'm a big fan of Will. But there's been rumors. Rumors are rumors. But if the rumors are true, that's his prerogative. My man should be able to live and do what he wants to do. If it's true, if it's not true, whatever. It's not. That's not my business. But my thing is the assistant. Now I kind of have a problem with that. When you're somebody who's close up with somebody and then they put you on to a certain degree, and the guy, this assistant Bilal, I think that's his name, he was taking pictures with Will, and Will said, yeah, I put you in my book, and I gave you, I'm blowing you up. He was kind of saying that jokingly. So this was somebody who Will gave clout to. This is somebody who got certified by Will. And you got to watch out for that sometimes, because sometimes when you certify certain people, some people will hang around you and then you'll try to put them on. And the minute you put them on and certify them, they will immediately flip. They will flip on your ass and then be like, well, look here, you better listen to me because I know him. And he told you I know him. So now I got a tell all book. Listen to me. You got, now, to me, to be honest, that's snakish. I don't like that. That's a snake ass move. So that's what I don't like about that. I don't respect what dude is doing. If you are close to Will like that, you telling his personal business, that's not cool. Somebody who entrusted you to be around them and their family, I don't respect that at all, to be honest. I don't respect it. I don't respect this nigga going on to Tasha K. I don't respect it, dude. We got a lot of bitch ass dudes out here. We got a lot of testosterone and soy products that has created a generation of moist, tender fuck niggas who do hoe shit, ain't no integrity, ain't no manhood in some of these dudes, so there is no shaming of them. Back in the day, questioning a dude's manhood was something that'll make a dude stand up right. Hey, I'm a man, you don't question my manhood. You dig? If a dude's manhood was in jeopardy, he would get upright and right and exact with his actions so that his manhood wouldn't be in jeopardy. And the reason why back in the day wasn't no internet. You had to go out in the streets. You had to see people. So going out in the streets as a man, you had to move a certain way. You had to carry yourself in a certain manner because in order to be social, you had to go outside. It ain't like what we got now, with kids just be in the house on an iPad and a PlayStation 24 hours. And they're socializing with people virtually. That's why you got so many fuck niggas. You ain't got to see nobody. So you being a bitch ass, saying bitch ass stuff and doing little sucker stuff, you ain't got to see nobody. You safe on your PlayStation. You're safe with the Twitter fingers. You're safe on YouTube. You dig? So that created a platform to let fuck niggas fester and prosper being a fuck nigga. Whereas back in the day when you hit them streets, you better have the right reputation. You better not have the reputation of being a buster or a nigga saying real reckless stuff and not backing it up. If you say something back, and you would have to back it up. You dig? So manhood was tested in the physical realm all the time. So you had to carry yourself a certain way. You had to be a man if you are a man. And if you are moist, even moist dudes had to carry themselves a certain way. Even back in the day, the moist dudes could really get down and fight. You know? The moist dudes could fight and then get down harder than the other cats. Because if you said you had a hankering for pussy, you better stand on that. You had to fight for that pussy. You had to say, hey, look, this is who I am. You run up on me, I'm scratching y'all niggas. You dig? You had to stand on pussy business. So whatever you did, you had to stand on it back in the day. Now you don't. You don't have to stand on nothing. You can be a whole fuck nigga. And another thing, women, let me talk to the women. Let me get on y'all. Y'all be giving your coochie to fuck niggas now. When y'all start doing that? Ladies, I'm talking to y'all ladies, because that's another thing. Y'all enable fuck niggas. Y'all give your coochie to whole buster ass dudes. Y'all see bitch ass niggas and y'all been right over for a bitch nigga. What's wrong with y'all? Back in the day, women would get turned off by fuck niggas. Y'all be sitting up here kicking it with them. Ladies, what's going on with y'all? Is it slim pickings out here in the streets? What's up, ladies? Y'all need to call in and let me know what's going on. Some of y'all got a fuck nigga laying in the bed with you right now. Look at him. He's sitting over there with baby oil on his back. Yeah? Y'all got whole busters out here. So the game is real weird now. The game is super duper weird. So all of this chatty patty stuff, I don't respect it, dude. I just don't. I don't respect no chatty patty nigga. These tell all. I don't respect it, dude. That's a buster move. A man trying to eat off another man. I don't respect it. Nothing is more bitch made than that. And women, you know it. When you see your dude, ladies, if you see your dude trying to eat off another man, whining about another man, dry snitching or lie snitching on another man, and you sitting up there laying up with that bitch nigga, how you feel as a woman? You're like, I'm not being protected. I know you don't feel safe around these hoe ass niggas. I know you don't feel safe. That's why y'all be having little guns and shit all over the house. Y'all have guns all in your cleavage. Y'all don't feel safe around these buster ass niggas. That's why y'all be having pepper spray and tasers in your purse. Cause you know if something go down, your fuck nigga ain't gonna do nothing. You gonna have to defend him. Go, go, run, Rodney. I'ma tase him. Run, Rodney. Run. I tase him, Rodney. You and your nigga getting beat up. Women, y'all need to be ashamed. You and your bitch nigga, y'all both getting y'all hair pulled by folks in the streets. Rodney, he got my hair. Charlene, he got mine too. Help us both, Lord. Both of y'all getting y'all hair pulled. Lord, is that what y'all want out here in these streets, ladies? It's raggedy out here. Let me get some more callers. All right. Let's get Hustle Gold in here. Hustle Gold.
What's going on, Tariq?
What's up, Hustle Gold? How are you, brother?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I just had a couple quick questions for you. Do you know the
Real quick.
brother who actually did the cover to the City Lights? It's like a it sound like an instrumental, like jazz.
Yeah. He was very good. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know. Is there any way you can get that on iTunes, man? Because honestly, bro, I feel like, man, that's a hit, man, and people don't sleep on that. And I'm gonna land my plane.
All right. Thank you so much. I got to find out who that brother is. You know, one of our Mink Slide songs, City Lights. You know, people would kind of make a little remix of it. And this brother made a kind of a jazz saxophone remix. That shit was tight as hell. I got to find that. I got to find it. Let's get Dexter in here looking like part of CMB. This brother looks like. This brother got on the CMB outfit like he about to steal somebody's dope. What's going on,
Hey,
brother?
what's up, Flex? Hey, man, been a fan of you for a long time. See if you can send me the plate information. You know, I work in a sensitive area. I can gather information for you. I'll land the plane there.
My man, I will definitely do that. Let me follow you right now. Hold on, I'm following you now. Dexter, I just followed you. Send me a DM, all right, brother?
All right, cool.
Thank you, brother. Yes, indeed. Shout out to our non-FBA brother. And again, my people, if you can kind of run some license plates, um, holla at me. If you got some hookups on running some license plates, y'all give me a holla so we can solve some things around here. All right. Let me see who we got. But we got a lot of people in here this evening, and I'm not going to be on too long because I still have to get to work tonight, working on microphone check. We're working very hard to get that movie ready for the family. So you guys stay tuned for that. Let's get who is this? Miss D. What's up, Miss D? Hop on, Miss D. Waiting on Miss D. Miss D.
Hi, Tariq.
Hey, Miss D, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I wanted to know, have you seen the movie Killers of the Flower Moon yet? And I want to know your thoughts on it if you haven't spoke on it
You
yet.
know, I haven't yet. I've partially read the book, but I do want to see the movie. How was the movie?
The movie is good. I went to
Okay.
see, I took my client moved here from LA. So I work for him now, a black guy. And he wanted to go see it today. And it was it was a lot. It was really a
Yeah.
lot.
Okay. Don't give me no spoilers. But I do want to go. I'm gonna see it. You know, I might look at it later on tonight if I'm not too sleepy. I did go to the movies though. I went to the movie. Took my boys to the movies the other night. I saw the stupidest ass movie ever. This movie is so damn dumb. And I didn't know what it was about. My son wanted to see it because, my kids be on YouTube and they look at movie trailers all the time and they see some horror movies and stuff. So they saw something that they wanted to see because it had these characters in it and it was a horror movie. I think it was called Five Nights at Freddy. Am I right? Is that the name of that movie? Five Nights at Freddy. Give me a thumbs up if that's the name of the movie. I think that's the name of it. Right? Y'all help me out. It's Five Nights at Freddy's. Have y'all seen this movie? This was the dumbest piece of shit movie ever. This movie was stupid as hell, man. Basically, man, just the premise was dumb as hell. It's like a horror movie, and y'all remember Showbiz Pizza back in the day? They had those little animatronic characters that would be on stage. How many of y'all remember Showbiz Pizza back in the 80s? That's it. Showbiz Pizza was like Chuck E. Cheese. It was basically the Chuck E. Cheese of the 80s. That's the best way I can describe it. You know how Chuck E. Cheese, they have the little animatronics. Showbiz Pizza had the same thing. That's where the concept came from. So this movie had like an abandoned uh, pizza place that was kind of like Showbiz Pizza with these animatronics, and the fucking animatronics was possessed. They were possessed by the spirit of some killer kids. The fucking things were possessed and they were killing people. I'm like, what is this bullshit? The Chuck E. Cheese things was killing people. I'm like, man, if they don't stop with this bullshit. They were possessed by the spirit of some dead kids. It was, oh God. Like, who wrote this mess, man? Oh God. My kids loved it. They're like, this was good. I'm like, all right, whatever you say. All right, the big Chuck E. Cheese things are killing people. Oh God, this was stupid as fucking hell. And I'm like, man, y'all can't outrun these things. People getting killed. They moving slow, and people are getting killed by some big clunky Chuck E. Cheese dolls. I'm like, all right, Hollywood. Well, that SAG strike really showed its fangs on that one, boy. That SAG strike must have been in full effect when y'all wrote that bullshit. Y'all got some non-union writers to write that. So, but anyway, let's get um prophetic. All right, let's get prophetic xenophobe. Prophetic xenophobe. Where you at? Let's get prophetic. Where you at, brother? And while we're waiting on prophetic to get his phone together, let's get some more people in here. Let's get so white gentleman. I don't know your name, but hop on, man. What's your name? King.
Yeah.
What's up, King?
Yo, what's going on, Tariq?
I'm good, King. How are you?
I'm doing all right tonight. How are you?
I'm good. Now, you Canadian? Where I hear a Canadian accent. Where are you from?
Oh, yeah, I'm from Vancouver.
Oh, okay. So what's on your mind, brother?
I actually had a question regarding
Yeah.
the production of your. Are you making Hidden Colors too?
No, no. We made Hidden Colors 2 a decade ago.
Well, I was like wondering the release on the like next Hidden Colors, and if anything with the Israel versus Palestine, debacle had anything involved with that. Because I know a lot of your
No.
directors are Jewish, correct?
A lot of my directors, I'm not Jewish, and I direct all the films. What are you
Well,
talking
you
about?
married a Jewish woman, right?
Oh God, will y'all get your trolling together? Y'all don't have
Tariq,
any
it's
good
okay. I can
trolling.
save you from Zog.
Why do you white supremacists never have any witty material? I can respect witty material. Y'all just say goofy shit and that's the joke. It's corny.
I guess, Tariq.
Can y'all be more creative? Y'all, y'all don't. Listen. The reason why you guys have to rely on white supremacy as a welfare system because you don't have any kind of creativity and you wallow in mediocrity because white supremacy kind of cripples you psychologically. You can't think right. Y'all say the same little 3 or 4 words, and that's supposed to be the joke. Jew, black, whatever. Just it's not witty. Please
Sir,
be
you're
more.
rambling.
Please,
Sir, you're
please,
rambling.
witty. God.
Sir, you're rambling.
Okay, sir, ramble in your mother's bra straps and get that meth pipe. All right, let me get some more people in here. God, boy, you white supremacists are not witty at all. And I like a good back and forth roasting, but God, y'all just, you got to make it funny. Hell, I give TSGiselle can roast better than y'all. At least TSGiselle can kind of snap back with something kind of witty. That's why I can, I have TSGiselle on sometimes, even though, TSGiselle gets trollish, but sometimes TSGiselle can come back with some good snaps. Like the other day, TSGiselle, TSGiselle said I look like a broke Montel Jordan or some shit. Now that was funny. I respect any. You bring some humor to it. I can respect it. I just saying, white supremacists just be saying goofy shit, and it don't be witty. It's like, oh, let me just show you how lame I can be, and it just crashes the fun and the energy. Ugh, God, their corniness just sullies the room. All right, let's get because we've got a lot of people in here. All right. Let's get Otis Glenn or Otis. Otis or Otis. All right. Otis.
Yo, what's up, Tariq?
What's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Peace to the family, man.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, no doubt. I wanted to just touch on the documentary, the hip hop documentary, man. I heard you say a word a while back. You said hostile, and the hostility that's coming off some of these dudes, the tone, the matter of fact tone that they using, with the creation, the hip hop. And one thing that I think people forget about with Fat Joe is the um the versus battle with Ja Rule. He lost that versus battle. Nobody really talks about it. And it really wasn't even close. It wasn't even
Mm,
close, man. It wasn't even close. And I think his tone has gotten a lot worse lately because he just in him and Busta Rhymes' mind, they look at themselves on the level of a Jay and a Nas and people like that. But he's just Fat Joe is not that guy. You know what I mean? When it
yeah,
comes to rapping,
yeah.
he's just not that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. But yeah, that's why with the film, man, we're clearing up a lot of stuff that should have been cleared up, and it was so important that we got this done on a grassroots level because it is the corporate structure that's the main one pushing the lies. Bakari, what's up, brother?
Tariq, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
Man, I'm pretty good, man. Man, I've been trying to catch up with you, but I want to double down. I got a couple things. I want to double down on that Fat Joe thing because man, they've been letting them get away with saying the N word, and I don't feel that, man. Like you want to kind of, ride on the bandwagon and try to do it when it's hip, but you know what I'm saying? You playing with our pain though. That's what I don't like about it. It's like, man, step back because even though what happened in the Holocaust, it don't hit me the same as it hit them. So I don't play with them. So this is like the
Right.
same thing. So that's why I don't fool with Fat Joe with all that trying to be hip stuff. The second thing, man, is do you think it would be feasible to put together some type of program that would it even be worth it that can run you through and get you to where you are FBA? You know what I mean? So you certified FBA, so we can have our own space, own everything, own cards or whatever you want, however you want to do it. Just kind of simplify it a little more and get everybody certified. Is that even something?
No, because
And I land
hell,
my plane there.
thank you, brother. But then that your lineage is your lineage. You don't have to sign up for your own lineage. I mean, shit. What makes you a foundational Black American is that you're born into the lineage. If you don't have an immigrant background, if your family can be traced back to slavery here in America, then you are a foundational Black American. It's that simple. You ain't got to get a library card, or you ain't got to get a piece of paperwork or nothing. Now, when we're talking about reparations, now if we're trying to implement a specific program that's going to distribute the compensatory resources to us, then we need something to say, hey, this person is this person's paperwork checks out, that person's paperwork checks out. So we got to watch out for that too, because now when it gets to the implementation stage, that's what we got to watch out. Because if we get something like another Freedmen's Bureau where everybody has to be verified, oh, that's where we're going to see a lot of trick bag stuff come in. So we got to be very, very cognizant of that. All right. Let's get Lou Fax in here. Lou Fax. Mr. Lou Fax.
Tariq, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, Lou Fax. How are you?
Hey, man, you know you to go. Hey, I gotta. So you know what's crazy, right? We talking about delineation. So I was talking
Yeah.
to a black Nova Scotian, right? These black people that been in Nova Scotia since the Underground Railroad, and they're majority descendants of black loyalists, the ones that fought in the 1812 war, right? So I finally
Yeah.
got in touch with them, right? Because they delineated into they got their own flag similar to the Juneteenth flag, and then they got their own Juneteenth day, which is October 2nd, right? So
Oh, wow.
she
Okay.
she sent me an email, right? So in the 80s, so you know how like Jesse Jackson changed Black America to African American in the 80s, right? So they had
Yeah.
the same thing in Nova Scotia. So these are the black people that have been in Nova Scotia since the 1800s. These Black Americans that
Okay.
migrated there. So they was black Nova Scotians all the way up to the 80s, right? When they had the immigration and stuff. And then they switched it to African Nova Scotians. So they're currently delineating, they got their own flag, and they're so hold on, let me read it what she sent me in the email. So before it was African Nova Scotian, they changed it. So now they switched it, they said this is our definition. So this is what they're switching it to. So African Nova Scotian indigenous blacks are descendant people who descend from free people and enslaved black planters, black loyalists, black refugees, maroons, and black people who inhabit the original 52 land bases, black communities, in the part of Nova Scotia. So she was basically telling me how immigration got weaponized against them. They include African Nova Scotians with Black Nova Scotians, and like it's just the same, literally the same shit that's going on in America. And when she told me this, I'm like, what the fuck? They literally going through the same shit we going through in America. So yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
I wanted to tap you in with the lady. She a Black Nova Scotian, man. She know all the history, and it's crazy. But yeah,
my man, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, Cheyenne, what's your name? Cheyenne, hop on. Cheyenne, hop on. All right, Cheyenne, let's get you to spit. And if you're not ready, Cheyenne, we're gonna get some more people. Let's get Cyber Warrior in here. Since Cheyenne ain't speaking, let's get Cyber Warrior. All right, Cyber Warrior.
How you doing, Tariq?
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm FBA. I'm from Savannah, Georgia. I just wanted to tap in about the Moors because there's always some white supremacists talking about how the Moors weren't black. But what they don't know is after the Moors were kicked out of Spain, white people still wanted the Moors around. So in all the European courts, they created a position called the Moor of the Royal Court. And this tradition went all the way to the 1800s. And when Russia wanted to modernize, they started having Moors of the Royal Court in their Royal Russian Tsar's courts. So we actually have photographs of these Moors. They're in the same
Hmm.
Moorish tradition as the statues that you see with all the fancy gear, and they were soldiers, they were intelligence, they were used in the military. So we have pictures of the Moors who are still in the Moorish tradition all the way back from when the Moors fell in the late 1400s. So anybody who says that the Moors weren't black, all throughout Europe in every single court, there's a position called the Moor of the Royal Court, and there's paintings of these black people, but we have photographs, which is most important, all the way until the Russian Empire fell in the early 1900s. They had Moors of the Royal Court, and that's all I wanted to say.
Mm, man, thank you so much. And the white supremacists are very well aware. They know good and well the Moors were black. They know that. They know that more than anybody. But you got to understand, the white supremacists, it's all about I'm white and I say so. Um, no matter how much evidence you bring, and you go to Europe and all the Moorish stuff, all the documents showing these people being jet black, they are very well aware. You just got to understand how the white supremacists think and how they lie and why they lie. The white supremacists lie very naturally, and it's really the only defense mechanism they have. In order for them to psychologically maintain the false um, um, concept, but a very real concept. It's false, but it's real because they implement punishment based on a falsehood that they're superior, but they basically know how to implement military power based on race. So there's a savagery there that they try to finagle into it being a source of superiority. of innate superiority. Now they have military superiority, but they don't have an innate superiority, not a genetic superiority. But the thing is, they implement that system onto us, and you have to implement the system psychologically first. And that means not giving credit to Black people for the things that we've done globally. So when it comes to Black people teaching whites, that narrative has always had to be erased. So anytime you look at advanced Black civilizations or advanced Black technology or Black creations, it always has to be minimized or shared. That's why the ancient Egyptians, they try to make them into Middle Easterns, like modern Middle Easterns, which are the Arabs. They try to make them all Arabs now, and the ancient Egyptians look nothing like those folks. They were Black people. When you talk about the Moors, they have to claim that they were really Berbers. Well, they weren't really black, and they were Arabs. They got to play this little game because they would have to admit the truth and say, and say, hey, there's these Black people who were teaching us up here. They're doing the same thing with the hip hop conversation. When you talk about hip hop now, because it's a positive and it's being corporatized now, well, it was Blacks and Latinos and Asians and other people creating it. So it's not just a Black thing. So now you have to minimize it. So we have to stop allowing people to do that. That's on us. Mr. Somali, hop on.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
I'm doing good, Tariq. Big fan of you, man. Been following your work for years. I'm not FBA, but I'm definitely not a tether. I
Okay.
definitely respect what you say, brother. You opened my eyes. Your hidden history movies showed me a lot, really, and opened my eyes to a lot of things. So, two
Yes.
questions, and then I'm drop down. So, I live
Hmm.
out here in Boston, and been, as you know, Boston's got a long history of just Irish folks that pretty much owned every facet of government in there. So there's been a long history of Irish mayors, but all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we got a Democrat Asian woman now that sits as mayor, and one of the things that she assigned was a reparations task force. So I took a look at the board of members who are sitting that are deciding the position for the reparations, and they're all like Caribbeans,
Hmm.
Latinos, and it didn't make any sense. So, because I have a friend, I have a friend that that I've been boxing with for years. He's FBA, and he took a look
Yeah.
at it. He realized it was like it doesn't make sense. So I just
Yeah.
wanted to get your 2 cents on that. And
Yes, indeed.
my second question is that I've noticed there's been a trend of all of these white corporate CEOs retiring and putting in women as black women, especially as
Oh, yeah.
CEOs. So I wanted to see what you thought about that as well. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Empowering the whole black woman image, or is it degrading in a kind of a sneaky way? Just wanted to get
Oh,
your
yeah.
two inputs on that. Love your
Oh,
work,
yeah.
brother. Appreciate.
I appreciate you. So let me the last one first, and very good questions. Yeah, you'll see them put a lot of sisters, and they put Black men in these positions too. They put Black folks in these tokenized positions all the time, in corporate positions, and especially political positions. And the rule is, yeah, we put you in this position, Black person. Understand rule number one: you don't help other Black people. We are the only people, Black folks, who are allowed to be in positions and required not to help other Black people. Let me say that again. We are required to not help other Black people when white people put us in certain positions. I'm going to say that one more time. We are required not to help other Black people when we get in those positions. See, this is why it's up to the grassroots to put people in certain positions. If you think I'm lying, just let's the proof is in the damn pudding. Look at all of these Black folks in the corporate sector, and the political sector. Look at these people that's been elevated as the first black mayor, the first black police chief. Do they help black people? Do they punish these race soldiers and white supremacists? No, they don't. And the minute they hint at it, they get thrown out of office. Yeah, they don't help us. Look at the Congressional Black Caucus. They have gone out of their way to not do anything specifically tangible for black people. This is the Black Caucus. Now, the Asian organizations, their whole roster is nothing but helping Asian people. You go to a Latino organization or an advocacy group, everything about that organization is about helping helping Latinos. You go to an LGBT organization, everything about them is helping LGBT people. A Muslim American organization, everything is about giving resources to Muslim Americans. But black organizations, it's all lives matter. We need to do for people of color, minorities matter. It's all of this shit except black people. They don't do anything for black people specifically. And if they do include black people in, it's a black person who has to have some type of sexual intersectionality. And that goes for people that they put in political places and corporate places. Notice these first blacks, either, especially with women, when they get the women, if they get the first black woman mayor or the first black woman senator, whatever, she's going to have to be a semi stud or a full bed wench. Yeah? Notice that. There's going to have to be some bed wenching or some studding going on, or just some, well, yeah, a third, a full blown mammy, a full blown mammy. You know, they put a lot of their mammies in place. They throw a lot of mammies out there, but they don't do anything for the black community. And they know that. And even the ones who play ball with the white supremacists, they still yank the rug from under them. Hell, your boy Eric Adams, he was out here trying to toe the line for the white supremacists. Marilyn Mosby out there in Baltimore, she was towing the line. They done put charges on her, and now the feds and confiscated Eric Adams' phone. So now they're snatching the butter biscuits from them. You see, when it's black people in political office, boy, they find every little thing. With Marilyn Mosby, it was some real estate deal she did. The other mayor of Baltimore, the sister, they kicked her out. They said she was some kind of some book deal she made or something she did. It was something weak and janky they found on the former mayor. That sister, I forgot her name, and I actually met her. She came to one of my film screenings in Baltimore when I was out there. I went out there and the mayor showed up. She came through and showed me love. Very nice lady, but yeah, they got her out of office. You dig? These black politicians, boy, man, if you step out of line when the white supremacists put you in power. They know how to yank that chain on you. Nikki the God, let's get Nikki in here. Nikki, how are you, dear?
I'm great. How are you? First off,
I'm good. What's going on?
I want to say how sorry I am to hear about what happened to the museum. But I know that it's just temporary. I know that it's going to get fixed. So, um, I wanted to
Yes.
speak on the issue with the museum. In my opinion, what's happening right now with the vandalism of the Hidden History Museum, it's like a double-edged sword. With people who are uncomfortable with your projects.
Yeah.
One, you have the city of LA, and two, you have the nervous Latinos who have been ruffled over your upcoming documentary. Similarly
Hmm.
to how the city was trying to undermine the success of Nipsey Hussle, they want to stop the strong cultural influence that the museum brings to the area as well. Um,
Yep.
Two, you have the music industry with the Latinos, who have this we created hip hop narrative. I have been kind of wondering if they were going to do something. They have been very, very nervous, more so than I thought that they would ever be. They weren't prepared for the pushback and the plethora of historic information that you provided to prove that they had nothing to do with creating hip hop. So now they're scrambling to find ways to shut it down. So these
Yeah,
people not only underestimated how successful the museum would be, they underestimated how many people your upcoming documentary would reach and how many people would get educated on the truth. And with that, I'll land. Have a great day.
thank you, beloved. Yeah, man. Yeah, this the microphone check. This really got people acting a damn fool, man. These people are, yeah, they're having a hissy fit, and y'all better understand the whole thing where they're trying to rewrite the narrative of hip hop. That's coming from the very top. That's coming from. I told people, man, the corporate structure and the political structure, they have a vested interest in removing us from our culture, hip hop, taking it away from us and giving it to other people. They're very invested in doing that so that they can do the whole benign neglect thing. Again, our culture is so prevalent. Well, they're like, well, these people, hip hop is, this culture is just, it has a stronghold on the youth. So let's infiltrate it from within and then take the blackness out of it. That's really what it's about. They're trying to take the foundational Black American base of it out. Look at hip hop now, what the corporate structure is doing. If you look at the charts, look at what they're doing with the music. Number one, they got a bunch of Afro beats. That's number one. They're pushing Afro beats heavy. And when they push Afro beats, and some of it is good. I like Afro beats. I like some of it. I'm not hating on it. But they always push that music in a very positive light. Everything about that is a very positive connotation, as our old R&B used to be. Our old R&B used to be very positive. So they're pushing Afro beats as a new form of positive R&B. Also, they got rappers rapping with mariachi bands and Latinos, and you got to get a Cardi B in there and all of that stuff. So they're pushing that, and there's a lot of non-FBA artists that they're pushing out here. You look at a lot of these artists out here, look at their backgrounds. A lot of these guys are non-FBA, and they're pushing that heavy. 21 Savage is non-FBA. The Kodak Blacks, non-FBA. Get a lot of these folks who come from these non-FBA backgrounds, and that's very deliberate that they're pushing a lot of these people. Let me get my brother Afro Elite on here. Brother Afro Elite, hop on, sir. I can hear you. How are you, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. First off, I want to say I'm sorry to hear about the museum. I understand that you're a target, and that means you're dangerous, which is a good thing. I hate the fact that you
Yeah.
have to go through that, but ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, that is a good thing. But the reason why I came
Mm-hmm.
up is because what you were talking about when it comes to hip hop, it's like they're trying to burn the candle on both ends. On one end, they're trying to say that hip hop originated, which what they're ultimately trying to do is try to say it ultimately all came from them. It was completely non FBA who
Right.
created it. That's the
Right.
ultimate thing that they're trying to get to. And then in modern hip hop, they have the Suki Hanas and the Sexy Reds, the Gorillas, and the trap music, and they're blowing that up. So they're trying to show that every element of hip hop is positive except the black and synonymous FBA element of it. They're trying to make the
Right.
very degenerate side seem like that's FBA hip hop, but all the other stuff that's like Caribbean hip hop, that's Jamaican hip hop, that's that positive hip hop.
Right. Right. Let me touch on that. Thank you so much, brother. And yeah, that's the point, man. When we see some of the stuff that they have Sexy Red doing and all that, that's by design. That's not a coincidence. When they have an artist that is supposed to be FBA, they're making them the most degenerate thing they can make. They're making them extra ultra degenerate to the point where it's not even done to be sexy. Like I said, with Sexy Red, her popping around barefoot with them big old feet, and she's pregnant and twerking, and the way she's doing it, and the way they have her doing it, it's not even remotely sexy. It's not remotely sexually appealing. There's nothing sexually appealing about it, and it's not meant to be sexually appealing. It's meant to be degenerate. And did y'all see the clip of some little kindergarten girls sitting there reciting Sexy Red's lyrics? The teacher was filming these little kindergarten girls. They looked like they couldn't be no more in the first grade, but they looked like they were in preschool, and they were quoting Sexy Red's lyrics. And again, that's who they target. That's who that music is targeted to. It's deliberately targeted to kids, just like Lil Nas X was targeted to kids. They have him rapping about all of this moist stuff and doing music videos where he's in prison naked with dudes, and then have him come out with a children's book. Yeah, that was by design. So this is coming from the corporate structure. They know what they're doing. So we have to we have to counter that as much as we can. We really have to counter that as much as we can. All right. We got a lot of folks in here. A lot of people in here. Damn, I didn't know we had that many people. We got damn near. We got over 700 people in here. So I see Dwan B down there on the bottom. What's up, Dwan? Let's get let me see. Well, we got a lot of people in here. Let me get some new faces. Let's get Hudson Glenn. Hudson Glenn. Now that sounds like a Caribbean name. Hudson Glenn. Well, it sounds like you just ate some bammy and some ackee and saltfish, brother. What's up, Hudson? Hudson Glenn.
You hear me good?
You got your earpiece in, brother. I can't hear you, sir. Brother Hudson, you want to take your earpiece out? That brother got a Wish app earpiece, and it doesn't work that well. Okay, we have we got some white supremacists in here. All right, what's up? Come on in. I can tell by your account that you're a white supremacist, but go ahead. I suspect you to be one. FBA Vanilla.
How you doing, brother Tariq? I'm your biggest fan. I mean, my name is Vanilla Nice. So
Okay, let's get some more people in. Boy, the premise started off corny, so I know the punchline wasn't going to be good. So let me just cut it off. Even the setup was corny. All right, so let's see who else. I didn't even want to wait for the punchline to fizzle out. That wasn't even a funny setup. I told you, the white supremacists, boy, they are not witty. They don't have anything. They have no wit, no personality. That's from decades of being on a welfare system called white supremacy. You can't think for yourself. They don't have any original thoughts. Okay. Let's get Bird's Eye Flu. All right, Bird's Eye Flu. What's up, Bird's Eye? Waiting on Bird's Eye Flu.
Oh, how's it going?
I'm good, Bird's Eye Flu. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. I saw that you were hosting a space, and I figured I'd jump in to mention a couple of things, if I may.
Yes, indeed. What would you? First of all, where are you from? Where's that accent from?
My accent? Oh, I'm from Sudbury, Ontario, Canada. It's about 4 hours away from Toronto.
There you go. All right. So what's on your mind?
All right. So for one thing, I want to ask, when does the new documentary drop?
Probably around February or before. We'll get it done by February.
I'm very excited about that because I saw The Art of Rap and Nas's Shake the Dust, and I love both of those, and I'm mad excited about this one.
Yes, indeed. I saw the art of rap by my good brother Ice T. That's my guy. He did a good job with that. I haven't seen the Nas one. I haven't seen that one, but you're gonna really love Microphone Check because this is the most concise history on hip hop that's ever been told. All the other documentaries about hip hop, they've been half-assing. This one is gonna tell you the real deal, man. But thank you so much, brother. Okay. I can't wait for y'all to see this movie, man. That's why we're making sure every nook and cranny is, tight in this film. All right. Let me get, and we got a lot of folks in here. And speaking of the film, I got to work on that tonight. So I'm not going to be in here too long. Let me get just one more call. Let me get one more call, and we'll keep it real gravy. When I'm looking at some of these pictures, okay, some of y'all women. Oh, okay. Oh, the titty woman. Okay, I'm looking down. I saw some titties. Okay, it's the titty woman. There's one woman in here who does titty videos. Okay, ma'am. I'm looking down at the. Okay, okay, ma'am. I'm looking at the titty woman page, and she know who she is, ma'am. Okay, there's a lot going on your page, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Raise your hand if you know who I'm talking to, ma'am. Raise your hand. The titty lady. I'm looking. I I seen your page before, ma'am. Ma'am, do you? Okay. There's a lot of titty going on there, ma'am. There's a lot of titty and belly going on. Your titties are sitting on your belly. All right. It's a lot going on your page, ma'am. I thought it was Monday, but evidently it's Titty Tuesday. All right. So more power to you, ma'am. I hope you're getting the money you need. But there's a whole lot of titties on your page, ma'am. Do you have an OnlyFans page? Not that I want to see it. I'm just asking, ma'am. Are you monetizing them titties? Give me a thumbs up if you have some kind of page. I don't want to give it out because I don't want to promote anything. I'm just wondering, are you just throwing them titties out there for fun, or is there some kind of corporatized thing you're doing with them titties, man? Because them titties are all over your page, all right? And you look very herbal tea-ish. All right, that's the thing that throws it off. You look like like a Jill Scott, but you scroll down and it's Hill Scott, just heels of titties. All right. So more. I hope you're getting some paper, ma'am. I hope you're getting the paper that you're supposed to get with them breasts. All right, let's get Shame on 93. Shame on 93. All right. Mr. Shame on 93. All right, hop on, brother. All right, Shame. What's going on, man?
Why you calling that man a she, man?
Calling who what?
Why you calling TSGiselle a she?
Did I call him a she?
Yeah, that's a
I don't know,
man.
man. Yeah, I know. I know it's a guy. I know
Why
that.
you calling him a she?
Did I? I don't know if I did or not. I don't remember,
You
but
said
it's
you said she
we all
weak.
know. Oh, okay. Well,
We
whatever
can't be
whatever
doing that, bro.
pronoun or adjective. You what now?
We can't be doing that.
Right. But why it sound like TSGiselle got you triggered? That's that was on your brain for a minute, brother. I had that conversation an hour ago, and you sat on that, brother. So why is TSGiselle on your brain like that, brother?
Why you keep bringing him up anyway, bro?
Is that bringing up some feelings on you, brother? It sounds like why does that bother you? Is that what happened to you,
I don't
sir?
want to hear no man trying to pretend to be no woman, bro.
Okay, I got that, sir.
You
Did
got a training
something
fetish?
happen to you? It's okay, brother. We're here to feel out
Do
whatever
you got a
happened to
training
you.
fetish?
Sir, you're the one upset, sir.
I'm gonna
You're the
keep
one
bringing
sat
trainers
here.
up.
Sir, you sat here for an hour with that on your spirit, thinking about T.S.
But
Giselle
why do
from a
you bring trainees
conversation.
up every time you do a space?
I bring everybody up. Why does that bother
Why is
you
a
so
straight man
much?
bringing trainees up though?
Because I ain't got no problem with no transgender person, because
But
I ain't
won't
laying
no
up with
straight
them.
dude be wanting no trainers on their stage?
And don't no straight dude get upset about no transgender unless his
Straight dude
booty
don't
been
want to hear
fondled.
trainees. I
Are you
don't
going?
want to hear no trainee, dude.
But dude, you keep listening. What did they do to you?
Cause
You
I'm trying
got
to
some
figure out
feelings on
what's
you.
your problem? What's your fetish with these trainees?
But niggas like you being turned out and turned on by them. That's what's the problem.
Do you
You the
like
one
trainees?
triggered, nigga. Nigga, don't project on me. You're triggered. You
Do you
sitting up there
you keep
right
talking about
now,
sexy red, man? How you feel about Saucy Santana?
nigga. You sitting up there triggered and your mouth is muffled because you got something in your jaws.
How you feel
That's
about Saucy
you's,
Santana, man?
dude. Why you so triggered by some transgender person? They don't bother me. I don't lay up with them, so they don't bother
Transsexuals,
me at
man.
all. But they got you triggered. Something happened to you, brother. What happened to you? Did somebody put their finger somewhere where they weren't supposed to put it?
You obsessed
What
with
happened,
trainees.
brother? Dude, you're the one triggered, not me. You're
Why do you
crying
keep?
about train.
I'm asking you a real question. Why you keep bringing that dude up?
Why you're sitting here I can bring them up because they are not a threat to me. They don't bother me.
But we don't want to hear him.
Yes, you do.
Nobody wants. Everybody put thumbs down every time you bring him up, man.
But you
You
triggered
still
though.
bring him
Something
up.
happened. Why are you so triggered though?
I
What
don't
did
like
they do?
men pretending to be women.
Did something happen to you in jail that you want to talk about? Let's let it out. What happened?
What happened is I don't like men trying to be women.
Well, something
What
happened
do
to
you
you
like
in
about
jail.
them? What do you like about
Nigga, let's let it out. When they touch you in your no-no spot, did that make you feel bad?
them? Man, this will make you fucking trainees, man.
Dude, they done touch you in your little no-no spot, brother.
You have to tell your
And now
boyfriend, man. Just go ahead and admit it.
and you don't know how to deal with it. That's why you got balls in your
Do he
jaws
got
right
do
now.
he got a tape of
That's
y'all or
why
something,
that's
man?
why that's why your voice is muffled. You got something caught in your throat, nigga. Why you so bothered about that person? That
Is
person
that
doesn't
nigga
bother.
blackmailing you?
Dude, you got a moist little spirit that you need to let go of. You triggered. Dude, these people don't bother me. I don't lay up with them. I'm very comfortable. I can talk to anybody. I ain't laying up with them. They can be my friend, my colleague. I can roast them. I'm totally comfortable because I go homes to pussy. Now, you, on the other hand, it's messing with your spirit. Why? I don't want to hear their voice. I don't want to hear it. It's taking me back to an angry space. Nigga, it's taking you somewhere, brother. Let's deal with that. TSGiselle's taking you somewhere in a very uncomfortable space in your life, sir. Let's talk about it. Don't project. Let's get it off your spirit, brother. What happened to you?
Three. I
Let's get
don't
it
want
off.
to hear a man pretend to be a woman.
Okay, that's
What's
fine.
wrong with that? Is that
That's
not
fine.
normal?
That's fine. That's fine. But
I'm
I
sure
don't
the
have a
women
problem.
don't want to hear that dude either. He sitting around talking about D Tubman and everybody else. You sit around letting that nigga talk shit.
Okay, now why don't you want to hear transgender Giselle?
Cause he got a dick, man.
All right. Do you have to touch it?
No, I don't want to hear a man
All right.
pretending to be a
I'm
woman.
thinking, when I talk to T.S. Giselle, I ain't thinking about his dick. That's the last thing I'm thinking about.
But
Stop,
if he start trying to be a woman, would you bring him up still?
stop, stop thinking about that man's genitals. Just don't think about it. Get it out your brain, dude. I don't even
You
think
calling it a she? You calling him a she?
doesn't matter. I'm
It
not
do
thinking
matter.
about No, it doesn't. I'm not thinking about that person's genitals.
They forcing you to call the men she now, man. You done got
I,
soft, bro.
dude,
What
what's
happened to
soft?
antimorse.com?
Dude, what's soft is your bussy, cause you got a hankering for, for one of these transgenders, and you don't want to come to terms with it, brother. I don't have a problem with anybody from any community. I don't have a problem with them. They don't trigger me. I ain't got to lay up with them. I can talk to anybody. I'm comfortable as a man. I know what I'm going home to. But obviously, you sitting up here thinking about this person's junk. You got a dick, man. Come on now. He got that old big old dick hanging down. Come on. I don't want to hear them sounds. I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it. It triggers me. I don't want to hear it. Nigga, that's you thinking about a dude's balls. I'm not. Dude, when I have when TS calls up, the last thing I'm thinking about is this person, what this person got in this damn thong. Lord, I ain't thinking about, oh God, and TS is here. Hold on. TS is here. To see, now you done talk TS up. I'm gonna let TS respond because I'm fair. I'm fair. And I crack jokes on TSGiselle. And I let TS come in get TS's lick back. I let TS get the lick back. All right, TS, hop on, hop on. Let me let you defend yourself. What's up,
Let me
TS
tell you
Giselle?
something, you low down, down low, dust foot, black Air Force wearing 400 credit score, welfare EBT ass nigga. I am forever that girl. Every girl's dream, every man's fantasy, and don't you ever forget it. I am laying in the chateau. The chateau. Your 400 credit score ass couldn't even get in the bank to secure the bank loan to purchase my home. Don't you ever come for me. It's always a ugly, dustfoot ass nigga that has a problem with the girls. Okay? I would never look your way, sweetie. You don't have the coin for me to even entertain your foolishness. Don't worry about Tariq allows me on stage. Okay? This is his Twitter space, and he can let who he wants up. Okay? Period. Okay, so don't you ever
Hold on.
forget it. Got a lot of style, got a lot of Hermes on me, sweetie. You can even spell Hermes. Okay, passport, 5 continents. And by the way, sweetheart, my US passport has female on it. It's given Thailand puss. Okay, pink pussy. And don't you ever forget it. I would never look your way.
Shame, are
I
you
would
okay?
never look your way. First of
I'm
all,
waiting on this big
Shame, are
nigga
you
to shut up.
Shame?
when a queen is talking, you listen. I know you're
Nigga,
not
shut
used
your
to any
bitch ass
feminine
up.
energy. You want the only bitch is you, nigga. Okay, now how about that,
Nigga,
Barbara
the-
Walters? Now,
why are you trying to steal women?
now you got so much mouth with Tariq. What you got to say to me? Because I know you're not
Why are
used
you
to
stealing
speaking
women's
to a
identity,
queen.
man? You a
I'm not
grown ass man.
it.
You are a grown man.
In the words of the great Beyonce, Giselle Knowles Carter,
Nigga,
face
use a
card
real
never
voice.
decline.
Quit
Face card
changing your
never
voice, nigga.
decline. This is my
Quit
natural
changing your
voice,
voice, nigga.
sweetie. This is my natural. Listen, while you're on here pressed
That
and
nigga over
worried
there with a
about
hard
me,
dick trying to pretend to be a woman.
while you're on here pressed and worried about me, I've
Nigga, shut
secured
your
a
faggot ass
Chanel
up.
bag for Christmas. You can't
Nigga,
even
ain't
spell
nobody fucking with
Chanel.
you.
You can't even spell Chanel, baby. Okay? I vacation in Caribbean
You
islands in
don't do shit, nigga.
penthouses.
You don't
Okay?
do shit but
When I
sit around waiting
vacation,
on Tariq to
when
go
I
live, nigga. Shut
vacation,
up.
I stay on the 58th
Shut up,
floor
fat
in the
boy.
world's richest city.
Shut,
Okay?
shut up, fat boy.
I
You
dine
don't do
on
shit.
wagyu.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. Okay, I had to let y'all get that off your chest. Shame, are you okay over there? Are you good? Are you good, Shame?
Tariq, I remember you from antimorse.com, man.
Shame, are you good? Now, did all of that trigger you? Are you in? Are you?
Quit
Are
bringing
your
that
pants?
nigga up, man. Quit bringing him up.
Now, how do you feel now?
Ban that
Are
nigga,
you?
man. T D Tubman got that nigga banned.
Okay, he's triggered now. I think he's getting aroused. Okay, that took him to I'm trying to help him confront his fear. You know, I'm letting him. He has to confront his lust because obviously that triggers him. Uh, so you got to watch that dude. Watch him because especially if he goes back to jail. You walk in the jail cell, he got a nigga in the buck. So you got to watch him. All right, Lord. Okay, let's get Art Man. The boy, y'all didn't turn the energy all over in this thing. Art Man, hop on, man.
What's going on, brother Tariq?
I'm good. How are you, Art Man?
Shit, I'm doing good, man. I wanted to tap in with you. I know it's kind of off topic, but that Fury versus Nagano fight, man. A lot of folks don't
Okay,
realize this.
that's way off topic. Way off. I don't even want to go there. That's so off topic. I don't even want to go there. That's going to be so insanely off topic. Yeah, I don't really. I don't want to just hop to a topic that's just so far left that no, that I don't even want to talk about no damn dad. That's too off topic. Habish,
Yes. Hi. Hello, Tariq. How are you tonight?
I'm good. Habish, how are you?
Doing very well. So,
So what's on your mind?
really, what's on my mind? I've been, really doing some community service for the FBA community where I live, St. Louis, Missouri. Now,
Okay,
yeah,
now how you doing that? The FBA community, and you have a bunch of foreign flags on your page. So how are you doing that for the FBA community?
yeah, it's very understandable. Thank you for asking. Yes, you're right. I am Ethiopian, 100%. Um,
Right.
my parents do come from Addis Ababa, yes, and other and regions of that country, other cities, but that's not the point. The reason why I am doing the community service is really just giving back to the FBA community, knowing how unlucky they are. Would that be like that's a nice thing to do, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I'm
I'm just
basically
waiting.
contributing to the cause, to the FBA cause, basically.
Okay. Your material. This was kind of the same material you had last time. You gotta update your material. It's the same trolling, and you don't do the same exact trolling over and over. See, that's what the thing that you tethers. You're just like the white supremacists. You're not really witty. You don't really formulate any kind of humor, living over there, laying on camels and shit. You don't really think about being witty. It's like, hey, how can I get the fuck out of here? So wit is something that y'all don't really cultivate. And y'all come over here with that dry ass humor. So you got to work on that. Work on your
Yeah.
humor, and
Fair,
I bring you
fair,
back. But just work on it. Work on it. You're not in the manger no more. Just work on your humor, man, and then I bring you up, and we can mix it up a little bit. But just long, drawn out, unfunny, corny, trolling humor. It bores everybody, dude. There's a reason why you had to flee, you know, that type of shit. But but I digress. Okay. Um family, we're in here deep, but I'm gonna have to go. I mean, it's too much going on. We got tethers, transgenders, moist niggas from prison. It's getting a little weird right now. And I'm trying to leave on a good positive note. I don't want all of that injera and bussy and latex in the air right now. There's a lot of smells and scents on my phone that I don't like. So I wish some even it's so much going on from the top and the bottom. Weird people calling on the bottom. The women with their titties all over the place. It's just too much. It's too much for me right now. So it's time to wrap this thing up. It's just everything going on over here tonight. So, but shout, what's up, Flacco? Shout out to my brother Flacco. When is that interview coming out? I did an interview, a new interview with Flacco weeks ago, and that has not come out. That's going to be a very good interview. The one I did with Wack and those guys, I did it later. I did it after I did the interview with you, Flacco, and you see the numbers on that one. That one's doing phenomenal numbers on you guys' pages over there. The one we did. So Flacco, let me know when that interview. Me and shout out to Poetic Flacco from No Jumper. There's a new interview that he did of me, and it has not come out yet. It hasn't come out yet. It's a very good interview. We chopped up some real good game. So yeah, let me know when that is going to come out. I'm going down. It's a lot of very lovely ladies in here tonight. I see a lot of y'all on the bottom. Y'all don't be saying nothing. Then that's who energy we need. We got all these cute girls down here on the bottom. Y'all just be sitting up here not saying shit. Y'all need to get your asses up here and change the energy when folks be calling up. But all the cute girls on the bottom trying to be quiet, and the big back motherfuckers calling up. Come on, y'all say something, ladies. All right, man. But anywho, let me get up out of here, y'all. Go to rootworkstyle.com. Everybody get your Rootwork deodorant. That is at rootworkstyle.com. We got some new scents coming up in the few weeks, right in time for holiday season. Even though it's winter time and fall, you still have to worry about being musty under your winter coat. We can't have musty winter coats out here. That's a problem. Sometimes y'all got your coat on, you're all bundled up, and you musty under that coat. Get you some root work so that you don't have musty winter coats. Okay? It's very important. And root work, it feels good. It's all natural. A foundational Black American based deodorant. It's based on our foundational Black American root work culture. That's rootworkstyle.com, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Y'all be good and pup your kute lula vuve to the family. Peace.